Do you know what conceptual problem solving is? Partners often mention this in their feedback and performance reviews, and they make a big deal out of it. But when I was a consultant, it was not super clear for me what exactly that meant. I thought it was just drawing fancy boxes or using elaborate frameworks. But in fact, it's an absolutely critical part of problem solving skills. The more senior you are, the more important it becomes. In today's video, I want to show you a real example of conceptual problem solving. Actually, I will share with you the best slide of my consulting career. That one slide helped me to turn around a failing project and create a long-term client platform that eventually resulted in my EP promotion a few months later. So stay tuned until the very end, when I'll show you the actual slide and explain why it really clicked with our clients. Before we dive in, let me introduce myself. I am Rustem Karimov, a former associate partner at McKinsey. I joined the firm at 34 as an experienced hire, and I have worked there for 9 years. Today, I coach MBB consultants to achieve high performance and become confident operators. And if you are tired of struggling and suffering, this channel is for you. And if you want personalized coaching support, book a free one-on-one consultation call with me. We will discuss your current challenges and pain points. You will be able to ask me any burning questions you have, and we will determine if my coaching program is a great fit for you. So the link in the description below, book it now. Okay, let's get back to our main discussion. First, let's talk about the thing no one talks about properly, conceptual problem solving. It's this vague term that gets thrown around in feedbacks, reviews, and training decks. But what does it actually mean? Here's my definition. It's the ability to cut through complexity, strip out the noise, and create a clear, elegant idea that clients can understand. Here's the simple way to think about it. Imagine you need to explain a messy and complex situation to your friends. And we often use metaphors and analogies for that. So, for example, we always say finding a bottleneck in the pipeline, flying an airplane as we build it, or putting the cart before the horse. Okay? In essence, that's the conceptual problem solving. It's using a simple idea to communicate a complex situation. It's removing the noise and focusing on the main signal. It's about shifting perspective so the messy things start to look simple and clear. In consulting, this one skill can make or break your communication. So let's pause here. Imagine what would it mean for your career if you could communicate your complex ideas with simple concepts that would connect with your clients. That's what partners want. I know, it still feels pretty theoretical, and let me share a real example with you. But first, let me give you the proper context so you can better understand it. Here's what happened. I was pulled into a failing project. I was an EM at that time. Clients were super unhappy with the previous team. Partners had to roll off the whole team and bring in a new one. So you can imagine the whole situation was pretty dire, and partners were extremely nervous. So that was the situation I stepped in, and immediately faced the first tough problem. The clients couldn't agree on financial targets. They couldn't break down the ambitious targets that were set by their shareholders. They had to break them down by business units. And commercial guys didn't want to increase revenue, obviously. They were saying that the market is too competitive, they couldn't do it. Operations guys said they can't cut costs anymore. They already done everything they could. So their careers were on the line. They were afraid to commit to impossible targets and then get fired in a few months. So it was a pretty tough stalemate. And we couldn't proceed any further as a team. We had to unlock it. Otherwise, there would be no project to work on. For us, it was pretty clear that it wasn't a math problem. It was an alignment problem. And the main solution was actually pretty clear. They had to work as a team. They couldn't do it individually. And I know it sounds obvious right now, but because the stakes were too high and emotions basically clouded their judgment, they couldn't make the decision. So we closed ourselves in a team room to problem solve. We brainstormed a lot of ideas, and basically we asked ourselves, can we come up with a simple concept to help them better understand the situation and align as a team? Then it hit us. What if we visualize problem as a chessboard? So we created a chessboard on a slide. So we made x-axis as revenue growth in percentage and y-axis as cost reduction in percentage. Each square represented profit outcome depending on x and y inputs. So the first purple square showed their starting point, basically last year financial results. Other highlighted squares showed different strategic scenarios or strategic moves they had to make. Queen, knight, and rook moves. We showed our slide to clients, and I could see how it clicked for them almost immediately. Because the rook move showed how impossible and honestly ridiculous their positions were. It was actually impossible to increase only revenue or decrease only cost. It was better if they worked together like a team. In the meeting, you could feel how the whole mood shifted in the room. They really got it. Basically, to achieve their targets, they really needed a knight's move, slightly increasing revenue and be more ambitious and aggressive in reducing cost. But we made the point that they had to choose a queen's move as a target for the whole organization to compensate for potential value leakage in implementation, which always happens. They liked the concept so much, they named the whole transformation program as Queen's Move. Funny enough, the TV show Queen's Gambit on Netflix aired later that year, in a few months. Otherwise, they would have called the program the Queen's Gambit instead of Queen's Move. A week later, the CEO was presenting the slides to the whole organization on a town hall to hundreds of people. That was a pretty special moment for me. Fast forward 1 year, the transformation was completed way ahead of schedule, and they massively over-delivered the target. Okay, before we continue, let me ask you a favor. If you find my videos helpful, please hit that subscribe button. It really helps to share these videos with other people. Every week I share practical strategies to help you become a high-performing and confident consultant. So here's the final takeaway. Conceptual problem solving isn't about making pretty slides. It's about creating ideas that move people. Imagine you could do it consistently. You'll stop being just another consultant. You'll become the go-to person for partners for solving really tough problems. That's how you win at this game. That's how you become successful and high-performing. So if you are an MBB consultant and you need personalized coaching support to improve your performance, book a free one-on-one consultation call with me. We'll discuss your challenges and pain points, and we will determine if my coaching program is a great fit for you. It's a no-commitment call. It's a risk-free environment for you. So don't wait a crisis to get serious about your development. The link in the description below. Book now. Okay, that's it for today. I hope it was helpful. Thanks for watching. See you next time.